Jonah and the whale. Long ago, there was a man named Jonah. He was chosen for a special purpose, a mission given directly by God. Jonah was told to go to a great city and deliver an important message. It was not an easy task, and it required courage and obedience. But instead of following the command, Jonah made a different choice. He decided to run. Jonah did not want to go where he was told. The mission felt difficult, and he did not agree with it. So instead of obeying, he went in the opposite direction. He traveled to a port and boarded a ship, hoping to escape from what he had been asked to do. In his mind, he believed he could avoid the responsibility placed on him. As the ship sailed across the sea, everything seemed calm at first. The waters were quiet, and the journey appeared normal. Jonah may have felt a sense of relief, thinking he had successfully escaped his task. But what he did not realize was that running away would not solve anything. God's plan cannot be avoided. Even when we try to escape, we are still guided back to where we are meant to be. Jonah's journey was not over, it was just beginning, and soon everything would change. The storm and the whale. As the ship moved farther into the sea, the weather suddenly changed. Dark clouds gathered, and a powerful storm began to rise. The winds grew stronger, and the waves crashed violently against the ship. The sailors became afraid, realizing that this was no ordinary storm. It was unlike anything they had experienced before. The crew tried everything they could to save the ship. They threw cargo into the sea to lighten the load, hoping it would help them survive. But the storm only grew worse. Fear filled the hearts of everyone on board. They began to question why this was happening. Meanwhile, Jonah was below the deck, separated from the chaos above. When the sailors found him, they demanded to know what was going on. Jonah finally spoke the truth. He told them that he was running away from God and that the storm had come because of him. The sailors were shocked, but Jonah gave them a solution. He told them to throw him into the sea, believing it was the only way to calm the storm. At first, they hesitated, not wanting to harm him. But as the storm became more dangerous, they had no choice. They threw Jonah into the sea. The moment Jonah entered the water, the storm stopped. The sea became calm again. But Jonah's journey was not over. As he sank into the deep, something extraordinary happened. A great fish, often called a whale, swallowed him whole. Instead of being destroyed, he was kept alive inside it. Conclusion. Inside the darkness of the whale, Jonah found himself completely alone. There was no escape, no control, and no way to run anymore. It was in this moment that he began to reflect on his actions. He realized that he had tried to avoid his purpose and had chosen his own path instead of trusting God. In that place, Jonah began to pray. He asked for forgiveness and expressed his willingness to obey. His prayer came from a place of honesty and realization. He understood that running away had only led him into a deeper situation. After some time, the whale carried Jonah through the sea and finally released him onto dry land. He was given another chance. This time, Jonah chose differently. He followed the path that had been set for him and carried out his mission. Jonah's story teaches a powerful lesson about obedience and redemption. No matter how far someone runs, there is always a way back. Mistakes can be corrected, and new chances can be given. In life, we may sometimes avoid responsibilities or choose easier paths, but this story reminds us that true growth comes from facing what we are meant to do. Running away may delay the journey, but it will not change the destination. In the end, the message is clear.
Obedience leads to purpose, and even after mistakes, redemption is always possible.